You are that consciousness, out of which thoughts come. In the same way, I sense or experience thoughts as movements on the surface, like waves and ripples on the surface of a vast ocean. Thinking. Now, if you only live on the surface, then all that you have is waves and ripples, which are thoughts. It's only this dimension for you, and you can't stop thinking. And you look for some kind of answer to who you are on that level only. Maybe if I join with this ripple, I'll feel better. Or I need to accumulate power over all these other ripples, then I'll be someone. Or I need to own more ripples than others. But always never being able to go beyond that. So, the cessation of thinking, which is not falling below thinking, which is not a regressive step to where the animals still dwell, because the animal has not yet arrived at conceptual thinking. Consciousness, yes, but not conceptualization, not thought. The animal, are we regressing when I present to you the possibility of discovering within yourself the possibility of stepping out of thought? But I'm not saying this is a regressive step towards the animal or the vegetable realm. The dog is more peaceful and joyous than most humans, except neurotic dogs that have lived for too long with humans. The dog is more joyous, non-judgmental, and alive than most of the people who own these dogs, because the dog does not have a burden of a conceptual self. It does not have the burden of an ego, except some neurotic dogs or cats have already a beginning of little egos. Yes, but we'll put that aside. So the dog looks at you and does not judge you because it doesn't have concepts, but is conscious. But are we going there it's wonderful. Why do people love dogs and cats? Why do they go, Because when you look into the eyes of a dog, you realize for a moment, you connect with the dog, and you can sense the beingness or the consciousness of the dog looking through the eyes back at you. And this consciousness of the dog, although it's not the same as the human consciousness, is also one aspect of the universal consciousness, temporarily taking on the form of dog. This consciousness looks at you, and for a moment you feel free to not think, and you might not even know that. When you look into the eyes of the dog for 3 or 4 seconds, you're not thinking when you feel joy arising. 3 or 4 seconds. And it makes you feel good. The cessation of thought makes you feel good, because then you can sense your beingness, your deeper presence, your beingness. And this is why people connect with animals. They give them moments of sanity.